Hey guys, welcome back. So like usual, I'm gonna do some job seeking first. Very robotic, very much the same. But it's a season, right? So it's June, so I expect in June there are going to be jobs. So let's see if it holds up true this month. And maybe I already get hired, maybe not. So yeah. Let's see what we have on the front page. Move fast. A lot of recruiting stuff and which I don't like. It seems that I have some internet issues. Yeah, I think I'm dropping. Um, let me write it down. I'm dropping because the modem update. I'm dropping today since mother um, modem update yesterday. Yesterday. Sorry about that. Okay, good place. Okay, then we need to do that again. Okay, yeah, let's get loaded again. Okay, I can already tell there's nothing. So, but still, let us check. It's very sluggish, slow, and my VPN is out of it. Okay, I am not sure what's going on, guys. What do you mean? There's not a lot. I have all these requirements. So yeah, let me write that down. Great. Okay, here it already stops because we have seen that yesterday. Let's see, tailoring specialist. Alright, let's see WordPress. What does this mean? This is very good. And motivation letter. Okay, that's very good. This one doesn't come often. We already have that one. What the hell is this? That's some weird. Anyways. Okay. Awesome. So we got some jobs. Now, this is my region, but we're gonna update our region here. Because I decided to apply on the location where my aunt lives to expand my job searching. So that's gonna be exciting. We'll see about that, right? If it ever loads. Okay. Okay, I'm getting different results to be honest. And I don't think that Amersfoort, because it said that. Let me see. Amersfoort is not that close. Let's see. Maps.google.com. Let's do Culemborg. And let's do route planning. Where can I do this? Uh, can I do planning? I'm not sure how that works here. Okay, that's very weird. Let me see. Amersfoort. Culemborg. It's not that close to be honest. Mm, they both need to go here. Okay, let me go to uh, Google Maps route planner. Okay, here. And let's go to. It's 40 minutes, right? How can 40 minutes be 25 kilometers? That's insane. That must be an ad. And it's not an ad. That's insane. How many kilometers is it? Does it say? Details. 50 kilometers, so it's double. So this filter does not work, guys. This filter does not work. That's insane. That's insane. Anyways, a content editor. This is also not close. It's a half hour. Media front-end, Vue, JavaScript, Drupal, CMS. But it's a. I cannot go there with public transport, so I let's actually remove the title substand and dropshipping. Okay, so Let me do like HTML. Let me see. How far is it? 1 hour and 11 minutes. How? Why are you scamming me? It's 20, it's 30 kilometers. Oh, because if we take this one, we actually have to go here. So that's not feasible because I don't have a car in a moment. Okay, but yeah, sure. I don't know where this is. Okay, so I get it, but I cannot apply to these ones. But if I do, I'm guiding juniors. Okay, tech force. 1 hour and 23 minutes. So it's 35 minutes. So it's not far. The problem is the how we have to go there is the problem. Okay. I have no idea where this is. Okay. Okay, so that's not going to work. Let's do on date, to be honest. Okay, this could be possible. On region. Okay. Mm, web analyst. Okay, no, never mind. What is this? I don't have that. What is this? Angular. Okay. Hey bro, how are you doing, bro? What's up? Welcome back. Not interested. Just wanted to ask a question. I've just completed the MERN stack tutorials, but mainly stuck in tutorial hell. Any advice for people like me? Yes, I do. There are two ways to get out of tutorial hell. The first way is to read documentation, and you probably don't feel like doing that. So documentation, right? The second thing that you can do instead of tutorial hell, you will make a project. But a project needs to have a goal. So what kind of project you're gonna make? And usually people don't have an idea. Well, if you don't have an idea, I will have it for you. So you go here to this site, ui8.categories.freebies, and you're gonna scroll here. And you're gonna see maybe a website. You'll be like, okay, I wanna make this full stack. For example, you see team management dashboard, which is free version on Figma, and you're gonna try to actually make this into a merge stack. Now, what you can even better do, because you did MERN, you have double as much chance to landing a job. So you can either pick or choose going to do full stack, or you could say I'm going to specialize on front end or back end. And when you make a project, and you have a couple of projects, now you want to do your portfolio. Now, I strongly advise if you don't have a portfolio, you will go to this website, Magic UI is the website. You go to templates, and then you go here, it says portfolio template. Now we're going to check the portfolio. This portfolio is free. So you will just download the portfolio here. You will adjust your things, right? Whatever you need. And then you have a portfolio website. This is enough. This works. Now, before you when you hosted all your projects and those kind of stuff, there's something you need to do in order to track um, after MERN, right? Like after MERN in your portfolio, you need to have web analytics. Now that sounds a bit scary, especially when you're coding. You're like, what is this, right? Web analytics, such as Google Analytics, right? Google Analytics, and you're gonna install Google Analytics just like a pixel on your website, right? You get a domain name, you have your website, you're gonna do the analytics, right? And then you can track when you're handing in your resume to like looking for a job, because I assume you're looking for a job. You're then going to do you're going to see who's visiting your website, so you can see if your resume is working. Are they stop scrolling at a certain point? How long are they spending time in your website, and those kinds of stuff. So that's what you things that you need to do, right? And how to make these videos, they're very easy to make. You just look on YouTube. right? You're gonna look like a slow zooming project show off or something like that. So that is the advice I can give you. And then I have advice actually for job seeking, right? So if you want to do some job seeking, you have to apply smart or apply to everything. So it depends on you and what the situation you're in. I'm not sure if I copied this one. Let's see. Probably. Yeah, that's the exact same. Okay. Hopefully it works, bro. I'm in the first semester of my college, just building skills right now. So thank you much for the advice, bro. I really appreciate it. Can I ask where you're from, bro? And you said first semester of my college. Well, that can mean anything, right? You can do like designing. You can do like economics. I assume you're meaning a computer science major, but I don't know, right? Yeah, CS major. Yeah, I figured. India? Yeah. But in India, the rules are a bit different, right? Let's be honest here. So, according to people that come here that are from India, I've noticed one thing. The competitiveness of getting a job is extremely hard. So you need to go to your like recruitment's websites where they do some job posting and you're gonna try to reverse engineer that those websites, those vacancies, and you're gonna see what are they asking, and then you're gonna learn that skill. You're gonna make some projects on it, and you're gonna try to get maybe freelance experience, and then you're gonna apply to jobs. So yeah, it's a bit hard, but because it takes a lot of time. But yeah, you can do it, bro. Just be patient every day, do something, right? So you can do it, bro. What is this? 2 years of experience. Sure. Supply. Are you from Bengali there, like Bengali West, or like from that region, or are you more in the into the east side of India? Let me see. There seems to be a lot of web designer. What does this mean? Uh, okay, this seems to be a very easy job application. So I'm gonna add that to the stack. Awesome. I wish I had backend experience, bro. My country loves backend, especially with PHP, Laravel, and Ruby on Rails. They love it, but I'm a front end developer, so that is not gonna work. Okay, we looked little bit things. Let's do WordPress. What's going on here? There are two of the same. Junior front-end developer. It's a PHP. Okay. Content manager and website presentation specialist. What does that mean? What do you need? Okay, it actually means what it says it means. Um, yeah, we're gonna build on the project soon. Give me a second, guys. Oh, it's a fake job. 500 a day. That's crazy. Let me let me go to um. Oh, it's actually real. Oh, it's very bad. Oh, I can take a huge advantage of this, guys. Huge, huge. Okay. Web consultant. Did we skip something? Web consultant. What does that mean? Uh, oh, it's actually talking with customers all day. It actually says what it is. Sometimes it's not the case. People just put some title and then it's no more than a job, but it actually said what it is. Okay. What's interesting here to me is that I'm missing certain jobs, to be honest. So I'm gonna go HTML, and I don't see the jobs that I wanna see. So let me, if we can find some. Well, like Zondal. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. No worries. That was HTML. Let's do WordPress again. Let's do Indeed. How are you doing? How are you doing? Mm, Tilburg. So what did I ask? Stack. Okay, what are you asking? Uh, what? Okay, let me save it just in case. What time is it on your side? It is 11:15 p.m. I assume it's like 4 a.m. at your place because it's kind of if it's kind of late here for most places, either really early or really late. Ooh, this is what I like. Ooh, I don't like this. Oh, no, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's screaming company culture, which I don't like. Oh, I didn't click. You can go back. You can go back. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, I think that's enough job seeking to be honest. Oh yeah, that's okay. Great. Now I need to check. I need to check certain things. Okay, I'm just gonna check this thing out. Okay, this one. Let's see. Mm, Interesting. Okay, so I wanna go to my tab search, filter, and find. Let me see what kind of mistakes we made. Not sure why this went shrank. That should not be. What's going on? Okay, let me see what mistakes I made. The last time that I made a mistake, I said FTA. Oh yeah, FDA. And I don't need to forget that this one is tied to the other one, okay? Um, oh yeah, and don't forget it's about filtered. Oh yeah, because we are in the mapping, the button handler. we have an argument, replacement argument. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah. Okay, I don't need to forget this one. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. So let's go to our React playground and make something like this. So so what is React playground? React playground is basically a playground for React if you want to practice without getting some hints. So the first thing we need to do, we need to have a state. We need to have like a filter logic. We need to have a button, and we need to have some JSX map looping, and we also need to have like rendering the options. So what is this about? This is about a tap switch filter or find, whatever you want to call it. So first things first, let's us make a const tabs, which is an array of objects, which starts with the name of question, and we say questions one, and then we say answer, and so on. So if you don't know what this means, this is an array of objects, also usually used for static data. Static data is persistent data that doesn't change, um, because I have actually hard coded it with an answer, so it's not dynamic. So let me see. I forgot to open the brackets here. This needs to be in the brackets, and then let's open it here. So we have our static logic. Okay, now let's open up a use state. So const data set data is equal to use state, which started with a null, not with a string, just null. It's nothing. Okay, so we have that one done. The state. Now, we want to have a button logic, so const button handler, okay, and then let's do set data, and we want to have like a placeholder, so I will call this args. So if I click on a button, I want to check if it's already open. If it's open, we do nothing, else we do something. We set it to null. Okay, so let me think about it. Set data, and then I want to say args. I'm not sure if this is correct. And we just say if args is equal to data, then just data, else null. Think that's how we do it. I'm not sure, but we have the button done. So let's do some filter logic. So const filtered is tabs dot find. We're gonna open something and we're gonna say tab, and what we want to do, if we find um, if we find the answer, we don't do anything. Okay, but that means that this button handler is wrong. That's okay, so this is wrong. We'll figure that out later. So mm, so if tab dot question, because we are trying to find a question here in the static data, if that is equal to the data here, so we're filling in the state, then just leave as is. We want to have this. Okay, so we have the filter logic done, and now we're gonna render. Okay, let's render. We're gonna do tabs.map because we're gonna do a mapping function, which we open up with an item and ID. Now most people say, oh, don't need to do that, open the ID, because React automatically does this. Well, that's true, but this playground doesn't have it, so that's why I'm also rendering that. Now because we're using brackets here, or curly braces, we have to return. Okay, it says it's not right now, but it will. So what do we want to return? First of all, we want to have a button. How are you doing, Subham? Button. And this button is going to have item dot question. So hopefully we will see something on the screen. Okay, we have question 1 and question 1. So we want to do this as question 2 and question 2. Answer 2. Alright, so that's the first thing what we want to do. Also, we want to check that if we have filtered, right? If filtered is true, we just render it. We just say, um, um, let me see, tabs.answer, tabs.answer. Now this is not gonna work yet. Let me see. Else we want to do a null, obviously. Okay, and this is not gonna work yet because we did not apply the button yet. My day was pretty rough, to be honest. Button handler, and we want to invoke the item dot item dot answer. Not sure. Okay, that does not work because we have to fire it. Okay, that doesn't work. Let's do okay, but at least we have something, right? So let's see where our problems lies. I think it lies on this argument here. Um, this maybe I want to do it in reverse. I want to say if args is equal to data, do data else null. So I think we go wrong here with the logic, but we have this one. This one seems to be right, and this one seems to be a problem. We don't want to have that. And we still don't have anything on the screen, and we don't have like a checking the mistakes or something. We have to figure it out on our own. Does this make any sense? I don't think it does. This one does make sense. Okay. Let's set a timer. Okay, let's think about it. We have an argument, and we want to say, um, if the argument is equal to the data, show data, else null. But does that make any sense? Nay, no, it does not make any sense. Because we have to say arcs. That doesn't work, but it should be arcs. But then I should reverse this. But then I should say data equal to arcs. But that doesn't make any sense at the moment. Do I need to fire a function like this? Maybe I do not. So let's try it. Okay, that does not seems to be issue. This one does work. Item ID. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have an ID. Key is ID. But then I need to put this back. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, we need to do args again. If args is equal to the data, then we should do data, else null. Okay, that still doesn't work, but we fixed something because this is the ID. I wonder if I should do tapped answer. I think we do, or not, because we are in a taps. If you have filtered, we don't have taps answer. Okay. Where would be the mistake? Here, maybe. I'm not thinking right about this. Okay, let's think about it. We want to compare the label to the data. And if that's true, uh, just show data, else no. Yeah. I think it's right though. I don't see any issues. Okay, so maybe spelling issue? Alright, I'm lost. I give up. Okay, that was the timing. Let's see the answer. What did we do wrong? God damn it, why am I doing so many things wrong lately? Maybe because it's like 11 a.m. I'm making mistakes for nothing. Okay, let's see the button handler. Oh, it says null and then arcs. Is that what I null? Arcs? Is that the issue? That's not the issue. But it is a mistake though. And I'm kind of doing it right. So, okay, let me see. Tabs.filter or tabs.find is tab. Question is equal to the data. That's good. Okay, let's see here. On click, button handler, item answer, item question. Okay, so that seems okay. Um, this one also seems okay. I don't see the mistake also. So this is a disadvantage. So even if you know the answer, and even you think you know the answer, if it's like 11, 12 p.m., you're not thinking straight anymore, and you make these mistakes. Um, Maybe I should have said filtered.answer. So let's see, filtered.answer. We should not put a 0 here because we're not using the filter method, we are using the find method, so this should be fine. Okay, it's ChatGPT time. Good. small inconsistent like you're sending the answer statement there, but trying to find the type of question, type question is there. There was always fail because you're comparing an answer to a question. I hate when they do this, like they change, don't change naming. This is a real bug in ChatGPT. Oh, I need to say answer. Is that the issue? Okay, so that was the real issue. Why? That doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest. No, I'm not gonna get coffee. Let me see. Let me see. What is this? Why? Why answer? Did I do answer? I didn't. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Uh, yeah. So if I do answer, then I also have to do answer here. It depends on what you're finding for. Okay. Okay. Well, let's make a screenshot of that, the mistake that I made. So let's go here. Okay. Let's immediately log that. Okay. And can I edit it or I cannot? Not. Okay. Then let's do that. Let's go here, and the problem that I had was these ones. Let's do a better color. This one and this one should be equal, else we get a problem. And also no first, because if it's already the same, then do nothing, else do arc. Right? So yeah. Okay. So we log that. Great. Let's check our other question that we had, which was filter list. So basically, you have a certain list. Let me go here and make this bigger. We have a certain list here. Now this is very verbose for you guys, so I will get the other one. Give me a second. Let me see where it is. here. Not this one. Is it not here? I'm pretty sure it's here. I adjusted it last time. Oh, here. But it's the debounce part. I don't want to have the debounce one. Okay, that sucks. Okay, let's go to my map then. And let me see, I think it's here. Filter fruit list. Okay. I'm not sure why I clicked that. Okay. So basically here, you have a fruit list. You want to start with a filter. And what we want to do, like when we are having an input and we want to search something, we want to filter to this list. And basically what you do, you set a filter that includes the keyword, which is the active keyword, and you set that to the value of the input. And then you're gonna map through it. Let's see if we can get that done. Okay. Alright. So there's a couple of things that we need to do. So the first thing we need to do, we need to make an array of fruits. We need to make a filter that includes the term or the, the term or state, and we need to loop through it. So loop through it. We need to make an input where the value is equal to the term. Are we forgetting something? Not sure, but let's start. Okay, so we're gonna do const term set term, which is equal to the use state, which starts with an empty string. Why an empty string? Because we're gonna render two strings. That's why. Use state is equal to string. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is I want to render an input, and let me actually do yeah, let's do the state. We have that done. We say input, and what color is this? Okay, so we're gonna do name is term. The value is also gonna be term, and a placeholder is going to be search through list. And not to forget, we need to actually be able to change something. So on change. Um, let me do this correctly. We want to fire a function and set term to e target value, which is the term. So the value is the term, and then with the e here, that is actually incorrect. Maybe because it's actually inside. So let me do this. That doesn't work either. Well, we'll see. Anyways, let's do the next thing. So I want to render something on the stream, which is the term. So I can see it in the input, but we first have to fix the input. set term, target value, also doesn't work. Why? Don't want to get too stuck on that. Let's do the list. Const fruits. Fruits is apple, pineapple, kiwi, mango, apple, pineapple, kiwi, mango, banana, or something like that. Okay, let's make the filter. So we say const filter is a filter, obviously. That's fruits dot filter, and then we wanna say const filter fruits and that should include the term, and then we actually need to be able to render, but I'm not sure if this one is correct, but we'll see. Set term target value. Let's set a timer of 5 minutes. Let's think about it. I don't think this is wrong. We say fire an event, and then we want to say set the term to the target value. I don't see why this should be wrong. I don't see it. Why would it be wrong? I don't. Let me think about it. I fire off a function on change. Then we set the term, which is at first an empty string, and we set it to the target value. So anything we type should be correct. It's probably a typo. Yeah, the value is a term. No, I don't see it. I do not see it here. I give up because it should be right, but apparently it's not. So, okay. Let's see what is wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this, but that's not the most important part. Here, set term the e-target value. I did this. You can see it here. I'm not sure why it's wrong. Here. E, E. Fires a function. Then I say set term to e-target value. And my, oh, I think I know. This is the problem. And then it's not the problem. It looks exactly the same to me. Here. Value and change placeholder. Anyways, I have to do this at first because we don't have a like I was gonna fix that later. That's not the issue for me. Oh, it is the issue. Was that the issue? Okay, I didn't know that. That's a framework issue of this site because apparently if I have something wrong in just a const, it doesn't render the whole field. I did not know that. Else I would have continued with this one. God damn it. Okay. Okay. Yes, I use VS Code, but I purposely do not use VS Code here because I want to figure it out myself. VS Code gives a lot of solutions, right? Auto completion, AI, or whatever you want to name it, debuggers, compilers. I don't want that because we're practicing for interviews. We're not programming. But now we are going to continue to our projects. So let me see. It is 11:55. Let's continue where we left off yesterday. Okay. Let's actually appear on that. Let me actually check if someone visited my website, like my portfolio. Give me a second, guys. Uh, 8 users, 2 Safari, one on Chrome. When? Let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. Uh, Today. Okay, great. So my portfolio is working. All right, we're back. So what are we making? I will show you what we're making. This is the website we're making. It's pretty advanced front-end development. So if you're into that, then you can see how it actually works. I'll show you the website. So it's a pretty long website, so it's a lot to do. All right, and this is what we have so far. Actually, do the normal state. We did not do the advanced animations yet. We're gonna do that in the end, but this is what we have so far. It's a little bit bigger. Um, the reason why I decided to do that is because this website here is made in a no-code development tool. I'm actually using coding, so I want to use more consistency. I'm not sure what's going on here. They should all be the same. I think that's a rendering issue. We'll fix it back later. Um, so yeah, what we're gonna do now then, because we scrolled on the entire screen, we're gonna work on this stuff. So why choose us? And maybe if we have time, we also work on this one. Not the animations yet, but let me actually refresh that. Let me actually see if it remembers. Okay, it does. I want to see if there's like a numerator. Okay, yeah, they are doing that, but we will do that later. Okay, so let's start with this one. Why choose us? Uh, I just completed JAA, and I'm gonna get computer science branch in. Uh, oh, GAA is like the exam. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another person told me about this. How did it go? Can you pick anything you want or any university you want? So we wanna do this. Why choose us? Okay. We're not gonna use children here. Okay. And let's first import what we need from the UI, which is this it? Not the plus. The section header is what we need to import. So, okay. So we're gonna import section header from UI section header, and we need to type something, and it's why choose us. I think that's how it looks, and it's asking something else. Um, Probably class name is required. Okay, great. And I don't see it on the screen, and the reason why is because I have not yet. So let's go to our app here, our page at TSX, because we're using Next.js, and we're gonna say why choose us. Okay, and then hopefully we have something on the screen here. Yes, we do. But first, let's do actually a padding on that, which is going to be a padding top of 70 pixels. So we have some room here, right? We have something else here going on, which is this part. And this part is actually in the middle because this one and this one are not the same. I'm not sure which text it is, but we will find out very much soon. So, alright, so yeah, but I know what GE is. Alpha the Slayer. Alright, so let's make a big P from no, not typography big P, but let's actually see if that is the text. It's not, it's bigger, but we'll figure it out. We don't want to get it from typography, I think. Let me see. No, we don't want to get it from here. We want to get it from the main. So main. Oh, and then it doesn't recognize it. So let's see what we get. typography, and then we want to go to name, and then we want to say big P. But there's one problem, because it's a module. We need to do this, and it doesn't work. Let's see what's going on. To main, and we want to have main from this component. Big P is here. Yeah, big P is from here. Okay. Let's see. The client I never read. Okay. Let's then do big P, and it's not responding. That's not good. Okay, so let's do import uh, typography main, and then we say big P, and then big P, trophy. Okay, so that's response. Now it's a bit bigger, so maybe it's like H2. Let's see. Does it seems to be the same? It seems that mine is a bit bigger, but let's do H3 then. Let's see how it looks. Okay, that's H3. So it seems that it's H2, but we'll double verify this. Let's first get it on the center of the screen. Let's do text center first. Okay. And we actually want to do like, yeah, it's not text center to be honest. Okay, let's see what they have. Okay, the problem is the maxed width. So let's do max width of 24 characters. Let's see how that influences that. Okay, for every project, so it's even smaller. Let's do 20 characters. Okay, with a focus on design, and we want to have the add functionality. That's interesting. And functionality. Okay, so we have this one, but we want to have this middle on the screen. Well, if we want to have this middle on the screen, then we need to use a tag. I'm going to use the main tag here. So, or let's do a section tag. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to say class name of flex, and then justify center, item center. And that should work. And then we're going to work on the coloring. Okay, so we have this. Now it seems that it's significant lower, and that's true. So what we're going to do, we're going to say relative. No, yeah, relative. And then we're going to say top 12 pixels, minus 12 pixels. So it goes to the top a little. Okay. I think that's close enough. Now we have another problem, which is the actual coloring with a focus on design and functionality. So let's work on that. So let's make a span. And in the span, we're going to put this. Not sure if that changes something. Not sure. Let's see. Okay. It does. Okay, whatever. So we're gonna have a class name and we want to change the text color, but let's see how we did that. Let's see how we did that before, because we did multiple text changes. And that seems to be a little bit darker than we had, but let's see if that's actually true. So let's see what we have here at the project section. So let's go to the projects and let's go to the paragraph. So control find P, or we should actually say P. Okay, it doesn't work. So let's do P with capital letter. Okay. Then we're gonna search on VF. Doesn't work. Why not? That should work because it's here. Here we have projects. Oh, okay, because of this. I was like, what's going on? Okay, it's here at least. And it says that the text is this color. So let's go back and let's make the text this color and let's see what happens. Okay, it seems that mine is a bigger, right? And also has more spacing, but I think it's okay like this. Okay, let's actually make this part relative top, this one, and we want to surround it in a div. I'm going to tell you in a second why I'm doing that. Okay, div. We're going to just data, why choose us text. Okay, so I'll explain what happened. Basically, here, what we did, we put this in the middle and we had this as a section header. But as you can see here, after that, we have other things going on, right? Like a picture on the left, and on the right, we have some text and these four boxes. So that is what we're gonna work on. And that's why we need a div surrounding this one and not the entire section. So we're gonna create another div here just to cover the image on the left. And it seems that things appear, which we're not going to work on. We're just only going to work on the image for now. And we're also not going to work on this hover yet. So we're going to work on this text, and then we're also going to work on this one. Seems simple. It's not as simple as you think. So let's work on that, and let's call it a day. Alright, so this is called data. Why choose us content. Okay, so let's start with the image from next image, which requires a fill, um, which replaces the width and the height. Then we need a source. We don't have the source yet, and we need an alt tag, and the alt tag is man in suit. Okay, and then we close it off. We're also going to have a class name, obviously, but let's first work on the source of the image, which is in the public folder. At least I put it there. And let's see where that image actually is. So is this image? Okay, asset 19. We're gonna call this man in suit.jpg. Okay. We're gonna go back to why choose us, and we're gonna do images because it automatically renders the public folder. and then we're gonna say man in suit.jpg. I might need to do a dot here, but we'll see. Let's see if we can render something on the screen. Well, we did. Okay, that works. Now the fill is not a good representation, so we're gonna try to render it in another dimension first. Let's do this and let's see. Oh, and this one, and let's do 100 pixels by 100 pixels. Let's do an object of cover. Let's see what we have. Okay, so it's not happy. So let's do an aspect as well then. Let's do an aspect instead. Aspect square. Do we have something? The fill is really fucking it up, so let's do a width of 100 and let's do a height of 100. Okay, we have it here. Now let's see how actually big this image is. Uh, cannot find it, it seems. Where is the image actually? Let me hover over it. Div framer. Okay, it's still here and it's still here. Oh, it's very advanced. That's okay. I can make this. I just want to see where the image is, which is on the outer side layer, which is not on the outside layer. Let me see. Okay, this one. It's a div. Very interesting. It seems that the div is an background image. I think that's the case here. Very different style, body radius. Okay, let's do the body radius first. Give me a second. Let's do here. Rounded, 18 pixels. And instead of checking it manually, let's 377 by 604. So 377 by 604. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, what I wanted to do as well is that I want to have a pixel in the Y pixel top of uh, 70 pixels, padding top of 70 pixels. Okay, and it seems that this one is still too small. That's a bit strange to me, because that is actually what it says, right? Width by height. That's very weird to me. Very weird. Um, so that means that it's actually double, I think. I did not save it. It's not getting bigger as well with the height. Because maybe this is like percentages. No, it's width. Hmm. Is it not growing because of a certain size? Because of this padding top? Is that true? No, that's not the issue. But something is cut off. I'm just not sure why. Let me check why that is. No, I cannot see if it's rounded here, to be honest. It says rendered size 377 by 377. That cannot be. Maybe because of aspect square. Okay, that fixes the issue, it seems. It seems that also it has like a layer on top of that. And is this, yeah, there's a layer on top of that. And it seems that my image is also bigger. This framer project is really sketchy. Um, so what we can do for that is to say BG black 10. Doesn't work? Let's do like 50 so we can clearly see it. No, that doesn't work. And if I do BG black, does it work? No, it does not. Okay, so you cannot put a background over this part. No worries. Not sure where the spacing is coming from, but okay. We did this before, and we did that here. So let's see how we did that there. Over the mapping. Okay, so this is basically what we did. Is that true though? No, because it hovers over the whole image. Interesting. Maybe if I include the image here, let's see. Not sure if that's a solution, but no. Okay, let's check that again then. Dark overlay filter, absolute insert, BG black 15, rounded, and it's over the whole image. That's a bit weird because why doesn't the same solution work here, but it did work on the other one? Because we need to have a relative somewhere. I think that's why. So then we need to say relative here? Not sure. I get what it's doing, but that's not what we want. Mm, like it's on the top, right? But I want to have it on top of the image. But then I should make this relative then. Same. Okay. And then we are on this layer. But if that's the case, then we need to have this to isolate it? Doesn't work. Okay. Hmm. Oh, I see. Because I did widthful and heightful here. I'm not sure if that will have any effect, to be honest. I think that is not a solution, but yeah, yeah, okay, okay. I know what they're going about. So that does fit the image, right? That's true. But it's not the solution what I want. Maybe I can also just say the width is the same as it's pretty static though, but we'll figure out solutions later when we later on in the project. So let's just try to fix it. Okay. It seems that this one is way too tall. How can this be? Because we said 377 here. Let me see. Oh wait. Oh, because it's shifted. Oh yeah. Okay. I understand. It's ignoring the fact that this has some padding of 70. Yeah. But then still we have a height issue because it says here height 604. Here height 604. But still you can see it's not fully rendered all the way down, which is very weird. Like this project has a lot of these kinds of issues. I just said like 18, but it seems to be working. So anyways, uh, it seems that it's actually double the size. So let's do that. Okay. And now we're gonna make these two. So we are at the image at the div, and this div is for the image. We want to say flex, and we want to say justify between and item center, and then we're gonna can start to create the other content. So this is a div. This is our first div then. We can say data, why choose us, content left. Okay, so we know that. And then we're gonna do the same here, and this is gonna be the right data. Right. Okay, now so we have very similar text what we have in a hero, so I'm gonna copy that. Um, that's this one. And we're gonna go here. Okay, big P is here. We have some text here, which is not the same color that it should be. So let's change the color. So it's black and the other text again. So let's do this black. No fluff, just results. Okay. Thoughtful design. Okay. No fluff, just results. Let me see how similar it is actually to This one. It's a bit weird. So, okay, let's work on that. So we're gonna say no fluff, just results. So no fluff, just results. Okay. Then we have some more text, which is going to be in a span, which is going to have a text, let's name of text black of 80, and then let's us thoughtful design end, and then marketing promises. Where is it? Should just be marketing promises, right? And then we're gonna work on this part. Let's see. Okay, we have some smart. Let's do a new line. Okay, we made a mistake. Let me see. Uh, so, thoughtful design and tools that make it easier. We'll focus on smart design and useful features, project after project. Okay, and it seems that the text black is not really working, so we're gonna say this text is gonna be both of them. Hey Timmy, how are you doing? Sorry, I was a bit focused. How are you doing? Okay, and let's see if we can actually make this an H3. Then let's do H3 here. Awesome. That seems about right. It has a bit more of a tracking when it comes to the leading part, but we can do that a bit later when we are going for perfectionism. Okay, so on the last part, um, what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna let the AI make this for me. Yes, you heard it right. I don't want to do this alone. Um, Let me think what AI we're gonna use and how we're gonna build this. Mm, yeah, let's do a visual. So let's go here and open a new tab. We're gonna use anthropotic, which we're already using. I'm gonna do the code function, and I'm not sure if we can do this. Create this below the text. I'm just gonna let it run. I copied this, pretty sure. Okay, and I'm gonna say in the why choose us here. I let it run. Let's see if the AI can figure it out, right? I'm curious. So it's changing certain stuff, and it did not do what I asked. right? I just recopied the text what we had. Very stupid. Now why can I do it? We did some coding, right? But I don't want to rerun all this part. I want to see if AI can figure it out before I make it myself. Okay, it's actually making a separate component called statistics. It's making static content, and then it is rendering, looping through the stuff. So let's see if it actually looks in E-linked hours. Okay. So I don't have anything on screen yet because it didn't import the statistics into the component where we're currently working on. Okay, it added the type. That's good. And okay, it's checking the page what we have. Not a fan of this, but sure. Okay, it added it on the text, so we are should be able to see it. Well, that didn't work, right? We saw it. That didn't work. It did try though. So the AI is not able to figure this out. That is what it's saying. So this was a huge waste of time. So people that say, oh, AI replaces web developers and those kinds of stuff, you don't need to do stuff. I gave you living proof that it fucked up. Okay? And this is Cloud 4. Like, people were like, oh wow, Cloud 4, like Cloud 4.0, right? This is what we used. This one. It came out 23rd of May and it fucked up. Okay, I just wanna give you a reality check. Now there are some AIs that can do this pretty well. So let's put it to the test. So let's go to Web Dev Arena. It's done. Web Dev Arena battle. And can you upload an image? About? No, it cannot upload an image, it seems. Let me see. No. So we cannot say if it's any good. Okay. Mm, well, I don't want to build it myself right now. Oh, it changed certain stuff as well. It looked like it just changed certain stuff. It felt like it. Hmm. All right. Anyways, let's go to the Y here. Let me see. Let's close this one, and let's go to Proficius version. Okay. So this was the Proficius version, and what they want me to make is this one. Mm, Let me think about it. Do I want to make it now though? No, I'm kind of bored of it now. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm good for now for this project. We build a kind of a lot, so and I short of time. Now I need to check something else, which is a project for the future. Before I forget, actually, I need to install Docker. Give me a second. Let me see if I installed it. I keep forgetting to do that. So let's go to. I'm not sure why you're doing that. Okay. Let me go to package.json. Sustenance. Okay, this doesn't seems to be Docker installed. So npm I docker. Twenty vulnerabilities. That's not good. npm uninstall docker. Uh, Docker npm. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, it's 9 years ago. That's why. Okay, I think I just need to make a Docker file. So let's do that. Like Docker file. Do you want to install the recommended Docker extensions? Yes, I want to. Okay, let's go back. What's going on? Open chat. And I'm gonna ask my AI. Not this one. Let me see. Type. I think this is a good case of Claude. So, gonna ask Erica. I just wanna have the folder. I wanna say all the dependencies we need to create an Docker image. Just fill in the Docker file for it. Let's see if it can do. Okay, it's gonna read my package.json, right? All the things that I've installed. So you don't need to remember this, guys. This is just the environment from my to run. Okay, import standalone. Sure. Okay, so now if we want to run our application, I think what we should do is this one. and it doesn't. Uh, okay, let me see. I'm not sure why. Default configuration, the Docker client must be run with elevated preferences to connect. Open pipe Docker image system cannot find files specified. Okay. Okay, so we will work on that later. Let's just see if we can just npm run dev still, or if he broke it. Okay, so that's still working. Good. That's what I wanted to see. Awesome. So we installed Docker for our application. Great. If you don't know what Docker is, it's basically you can put a certain image on the environment, so everyone has the same environment, no matter what computer or laptop or whatever you use. So yeah, that is that. We can close that off. And now I want to make a future project, and I want to see what prerequisites are. So the requirements. So we're gonna be codewithme. Here's a website, and I saw one of his courses that I really wanted to do. It's not this one though. Resources. Let's see. Source codes. Um, Full delivery of functional. Let's build a project ready. I think it's not on his website yet. So let me check that out. Give me a second. So I have to do that on the site, unfortunately, because YouTube copyright strikes, and some YouTube creators copyright strike everything. So I cannot, unfortunately, not show you YouTube unless you like a big creator like Asmon Gold or anything like that. And I'm not an Asmon Gold. Okay, it's called Let's Build a Multi-Vendor E-commerce SaaS. Is it already here? Doesn't look like it, right? No, it's not here. I just want to check if he let me see, Redis requisition link, full source code. Okay, it's here. Okay, let's see. It's 40 bucks. It's not expensive. The code will stay 39 for long. Secure your copy today. Get license as a permission high performance e-commerce source built with modern tech like microservice, Stripe Connect, Kafka, Redis, TensorFlow, Prisma, and more. Which is a stack of. Let me see what stacks he uses. Kafka, Redis. I'm not sure what TensorFlow is and those kinds of stuff. I'm just curious what these mean. So let's look up TensorFlow. I do know what Prisma is. But TensorFlow, what is it? Machine learning. That's crazy. Mm, and it's also using Kafka. I just want to see what that is as well. Oh, it's an Apache. Awesome. Distributed event stream process. Oh, okay, it's a stream. But if that is the case, this is not. Give me a second. Where is the YouTube? Just want to see what he's doing. Oh no, he is using React and TypeScript. Next.js actually. Give me a second. Um, my internet is not responding well. Okay. NX workspace. NX. What is NX? NX. MPX NX. What is this? NX is a build system optimized for mono repos with plugins, proper frameworks, and tools. It's like a webpack. Build system optimized for mono repos. AI powered architectural areas for advanced. Yeah. Oh, it's for the pipelines. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. It learns from itself. That's. Oh, it's like a works for currency. Okay. Let's read. Build system optimized for mono repos. AI powers. 2 million developers. Uh, okay. Current CI system are slow, hard to maintain, or unreliable. With NX Cloud, oh, okay, okay, give me a second, guys. Hmm, interesting, interesting. I'm checking behind the scenes, so very interesting at the moment. Okay, so these are the surfaces. Let me see. There's a lot of surfaces. Like, this one, that's crazy. Okay, great. This is it for me, guys. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make a 600 today in 7 years, and I'll see you until the next one.